This is section 2.5, problem number 50. The manager of a furniture factory finds that it costs $2,200 to produce 100 chairs in one day, $4,800 to produce 300 chairs in one day. Assuming that the relationship between cost and number of chairs is linear, and there's our first hint, we want to find a linear function. Find an equation of a line. Find a linear function that models the cost of producing X chairs in one day. Okay, so we are going to then set up C of X is equal to mx plus b. A linear function that models the cost of producing X chairs. Now, when we look at our model, we see that X is our input. That's our domain. That's our X values. So then if I come back up here, I can formulate an XY coordinate for 100 chairs, which is X. The cost was $2,200. For 300 chairs, the cost was $4,800. And now I can look at finding an equation of a line. Our slope, 4,800 minus 2,200 all over 300 minus 100. Okay, let's go ahead and put that into our calculator. If we put that into our calculator, we're going to end up with 13. All right, now when we look at finding a line, we know y minus y1 is mx minus x1. Now that we have a slope, we can fill that in. And then it doesn't matter which of these two xy coordinates I select. I just select one of them. It doesn't matter. I could use either one. Y minus the y coordinate, x minus the x coordinate, and then we end up with y minus 2,200 is equal to 3x minus 1,300. We'll go ahead and add over 2,200. So 2,200 minus 1,300, just put that into my calculator, gives us 900. Now for our function notation, this is the cost for each chair. So all I'm going to do is just trade this over to function notation, which is what they wanted. Okay, so that's part A. Now when we look at part B says draw the graph. Okay, so if we draw the graph, we've got a y-intercept of 900. We're going to go, slope is 13 over 1. 13 is our rise. Run is 1. 13 is our rise. Run is 1. And so I'm going to just start this at 0. And that's just indicating that cost isn't negative. Cost starts at 900 and just goes up from there. Okay, so that's our slope, 13 over 1, which is rise over run. And so for each chair, this is our interpretation, for each chair, cost increases because we have a positive slope, decreases if we would have had a negative slope. For each chair, cost increases at a rate of $13 per chair. Okay, at what rate does the factory's cost increase for every additional chair produced? Okay, and we already have that stated. That was C. Hope this helped.